What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Alright, hopefully the music isn't too loud. I'm gonna use the music in the background instead of putting the music on the computer, because you know how YouTube is with copyright. Don't want anybody putting a copyright claim on this. This is all me. Yo, so welcome back to Major, as in Keith McPherson's Major Sports and Records. Finally am getting to a music episode now. The first 3 episodes were sports related. I want this show, this YouTube series, whatever it becomes, to basically be like 70% sports and then the rest music. Obviously, the people that know me that are watching this, I'm a former athlete, big sports fan, but I'm also a former DJ and still a huge music fan. It's something that I love, something that I live my life with, and something that I feel like I need to talk about, I have opinions on, and I'd like to share with the world. So let's get into it. Okay, so there was a bunch of dope albums that dropped this year. If you can call them albums. There's a lot of dope projects, mixtapes, soundtracks, compilations. I think in 2018, with the streaming world and the way these artists pushed out their music, we were spoiled. From last January, or from January to now, like this last year, the amount of music that has come out, we've forgotten dope music that has come out. Bunch of highlights this year. Drake dropping a double album, Lil Wayne coming back, Jay-Z and Beyonce dropping a joint album, guys like J-Rock finally coming through with the win, pun intended, Nipsey Hussle coming back, Grammy nominated, like a lot of big things. And I'm speaking hip-hop. It's basically pop music now. The #1 genre in the world is the rap music that we grew up with, that is now transformed into hip-hop and whatever, you know, sub-genres there are, but everyone that's popping out here is really like a hip-hop artist now, so we're focusing on the hip-hop albums. So, album of the year of the album, I think we're calling everything that dropped an album, and that's where the problem lies. When you hear an album, it's supposed to be a great project, start to finish, no stops. What are we judging these albums off of now? Like, do features versus no features matter? Is it beats, production, lyrics? Is it storytelling? Is it content? Theater of the mind? Is it sonically pleasing in different ways, in different parts? Like, I think we gotta look at things differently. So, to me, there is no album of the year. I think they should do away with that. I think the Grammys, they did a good job this year with the best hip hop, best rap album or whatever, but you can't please everybody. Either way, someone's gonna be disappointed, someone's not gonna be rocking with who wins. Some people felt snubbed, or there was at least a few snubs on the people that didn't get into album of the year, and I know there's a cutoff, but either way. Speaking of that cutoff, shout out to Meek Mill, Black Thought, Kodak Black, 21 Savage, all late in the year dropping amazing projects that could be considered as hip hop or rap album of the year, depending on who you ask, who you talk to. The thing is, like, the whole game has changed, right? With labels and artists. Some of these artists are dropping without the label knowing. Some of these artists are dropping to please the label. The whole album rollout is different now. People are dropping projects out of the blue. People are dropping projects that no one asked for. People are coming back and dropping projects that we're like, wow, forgot about this person, and they reminded us that, you know, like, they can flow or they can spit. So we're blessed with a lot of music, but at the end of the year, it's hard to crown one. So I'm not crowning anyone as album of the year. I mean, you can't judge it, right? We're not judging physical album sales the way we used to. We have streams now, and if you ask me, I don't trust any stream numbers. I don't care if Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon Music and YouTube Music and Tidal have different stream numbers, and then Billboard's supposed to collect them and pile them together. Like, there's no way. I don't trust that. And it's hard to look at Billboard now and say, okay, we'll base it off of Billboard, how many Billboard hits they have, or how many weeks on Billboard they spent. Like, it's tough now. So I think when we judge music, we need to just give some people a thumbs up, some people a thumbs down, and you can't necessarily crown a winner this year. But what else happened in music? Jay-Z showed us that he's nowhere near retired and most likely not done. He dropped arguably the 2 best verses of the year, one of the best albums of the year, the best tour of the year. Now he's showing up at Duce Palooza and talking Travis Scott out of playing the Super Bowl. Like, 2018, Hov showed his dominance. Who else? Tekashi, tragic story of Tekashi 6ix9ine. From November to November, 2017 to 2018, kid had a phenomenal year, like scorching hot, Billboard hits, everybody talking about him, calls himself the king of New York. Every time he pops up to perform, people go nuts. But Hip Hop Police, we see how all that panned out. His run looks to be over. Then you got guys like Blueface coming out of nowhere. Blueface, baby, on the Dead Lokes. How can you not like Blueface? This dude comes on the scene from the West, young cat, great little story, whether it's true or not. He's got his own style, his own flow. They say he's off beat. I think he's on beat, but he's you know, his delivery is fast. So he says what he wants to say, but he's actually saying something. Huge year for Meek, coming out of jail, and the way that he exited, movie-like, and then closing the year with the Championships album, start to finish, no skips. Salute to Meek, banger. Definitely in the conversation for album of the year, hip hop rap album of the year. It's in my top albums of the year. But yeah, that's all I got. I wanted to keep this short, or a little bit shorter. So here are my top albums, mixtapes, projects of the year. No particular order. Just wanted you to be able to check them out. And if you haven't heard them, go listen to them, go check them out. Most of the artists are mainstream, you've probably heard, but I've mixed some little bit more under the radar artists in there as well. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Trusted. All that money's good for nothing if it's scared. Sing it, yeah.